Welcome to Math Plus, where math makes sense. Divide whole numbers and unit fractions. I'm going to show you with a model how to divide whole numbers and unit fractions. Then I'm going to show you the algorithm or how to do it without models, because we don't always have models and sometimes numbers are large enough that models are too big to draw. So let's look and see what it means to divide, first of all, a whole number by a unit fraction. And what I mean by a unit fraction is where the numerator is a 1. Okay, so 4 divided by 1/2. And you can see this model over here that you have this whole and it equals 2 halves. And there's 4 of them. So 4 divided by 1/2 is the same thing as asking how many halves are there in 4 wholes. And it's easy to see by the model that there are 8 halves in 4 wholes. Okay, so now let me show you how to mathematically get that, because when you just look at 4 divided by 1/2, you wonder, how do you get 8? What we use to divide this is a thing called keep, change, flip. It's just a way to remember what to do. And it means that you will keep the first number, change the sign, and then flip or find the reciprocal of the second number. So we're going to keep the 4, we're going to change the sign, and we're going to flip 1/2 to 2/1. But if you remember, when we're multiplying fractions, we need to multiply numerators and then denominators. So we need to change 4 into a fraction by putting it over 1 and multiplying it by 2/1. So 4 times 2 is 8/1. And that equals 8, which is exactly what we got on the previous page. So when you do not have a model, you use keep, change, flip. Now I'm going to show you that it also works when you're dividing a unit fraction by a whole number. So what this means is you're going to take 1/4 and you're going to break 1/4 up into 3 pieces. So here's 1/4, and we broke it up into 3 pieces. And you notice one of them is shaded. Now, so this is 1 out of how many? Let me erase that. So let's see what the total is. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it would be 1 out of 12 is shaded. So the answer would be 1/12. Now, if you think about it, that makes sense, because for each fourth, there are 3 of them. And there's 4 fourths. So we end up with 1/12. Now, let's look at how you would solve this problem without a model. 1/4, and we have keep, change, flip. Okay, so we have 1/4. We're going to keep the 1/4. We're going to change the sign, and we're going to flip 3. Now remember, 3 is the same as 3/1. So when you flip it, you end up with 1/3. Now we can multiply. 1 times 1 is 1. 4 times 3 is 12. So the answer is 1/12, which is exactly what we got on the previous page. So it's really important to remember, keep, change, flip. In other words, whenever you're dividing fractions, what you're really doing is turning them into a multiplication problem.